now by somebody from the Institute of Fiscal Studies and Democracy at the University of Ottawa. They just checked out the platforms for the three biggest parties. And we're here now with the Institute's Executive Vice President, Sahir Khan. Sahir, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
My pleasure.
Now, I just want to, just to clarify, you judge these platforms and the use of credible assumptions, responsible fiscal management, and then transparency. So that's what the three things you are looking for. What do you mean by responsible fiscal management in this context?
Well, I think that, first of all, we want to make sure that the narrative that a party is putting out is matched by the allocations, the numbers behind it. So, sure. And it really depends on your view of the ballot question. And then are you being transparent about what you're doing? So it's not just who's got the lowest deficit, but are you actually being really clear about what you're articulating to voters, what you're going to spend, and what your fiscal situation is going to be at the end of it? And all of that's kind of important, kind of a democratic context to us. And lastly, are you still fiscally sustainable by the end of it? And that's important in terms of the credit rating for the federal government.
We're so tight on time, I think we'll have to jump straight to the two biggest parties. The PCs, you're giving them what you call a pass. And I'm very sorry we're so tight on time. What's good and what's bad about the Tory platform, please?
Look, I think if you're really just looking for smaller government and lower taxes, but there's a great deal of alchemy that goes on in this platform to make it work. So it looks, the deficit number after 4 years looks really low, but their assumptions are a lot wonkier than the Liberals. The Liberals are basically acknowledging a softer economy, a trade war, sovereignty and economic security issues, and they're allocating money against it. But you got a flat kind of debt to GDP over that forecast period. So it's a tale of two cities, two different approaches, two different ballot questions. Both lead you being fiscally sustainable. Both have some alchemy in it. The Conservatives just have a lot more. And I think the strain on credibility had to do with their assumption of revenue from economic growth, from deregulation.
Yeah, they were saying that their cutback on regulation and some taxation would unleash economic growth, and you're taking issue with some of that.
Well, it really flies in the face of what's happening globally. The IMF just released lower economic forecasts for Canada and much of the world yesterday. And, there's an imputed growth of some 3% coming, using some of the rules of thumb from the PBO on what the Conservatives are expecting out of this platform. So not really realistic, not really credible. But otherwise, a relatively small package focused on limited spending and some tax cuts. But essentially a different ballot question than, say, the Liberals are addressing.
The Liberals, you're giving a good. Just give us, and you touched on that, just give us what was your biggest criticism of the Liberal platform? And I'm sorry, we've less than a minute left.
Yeah, I think like the Conservatives, they're depending on some efficiencies that may or may not materialize to get their numbers. There's an optimism of the economic forecast. They use the PBO's baseline forecast, which was before the trade war started. So, there's a little bit of downside risk in it from that point of view. Just less so than what the Conservatives baked into their platform, which is why the Liberals get a good and the Conservatives only get a pass.
Thank you very much indeed, Sahir.
My pleasure.
Sahir Khan is Executive Vice President, and I want to get this name right, the Institute of Fiscal Studies and Democracy at the University of Ottawa. Thanks again, Sahir. We are out of time on The Open. Thank you very much for watching. Morning Markets is up next.